I heard from Samir. In your world, you have mountains, oceans, glaciers, and snowfields. But for someone from Vera, like me, all I can see is the bare desert and endless desolation. The first time I left Mirroria, I asked my father, "Is this our home?" But Father said the desert has never been tamed. We just live here, like a group of lost people, holding on to the crumbling hope. Abyssants, the nightmares that emerged from the gray abyss. They took away the future that should be ours. It is a battle with no end in sight. What kept us going? The valor buried beneath the sand. The sacrifices that are no longer remembered. But I will remember them. Their lofty ideals. Their unfinished mission. Is Mirroria a sanctuary? Or a tomb that draws us into eternal rest? I do not miss the steel and neon of this city, because the responsibility on my shoulders is connected to everyone here. I hope that one day I can embark on a new journey to enjoy the different sights. I know I have a long way to go.
Space rift travel successful, Executor. We're now at High Cross District 7 in Vera Plain. Mirroria's special consultant, Miss Lin, has planned this Vera Plain celebration launch event in our honor.
Thank you for accompanying me to Vera Plain to try and locate my brother. I'm also thankful for Miss Lin's invitation and her offer to be our guide for the tour around Vera Plain.
Do not worry, Executor. I will enter the map of Vera Plain into my database so we will not get lost in our subsequent operations.
Mia really is a great helper. But our guide, Miss Lin, is such a busy person. We should be grateful she's taking the time to give us a tour. I hope we don't take up too much of her time.
Miss Lin may be the daughter of the last regional Archon, but she has earned Archon Larson's trust through her exemplary work and talent. Miss Lin has been in charge of keeping the peace in Vera Plain and Mirroria. She's also very much relied upon by the people of Mirroria.
Miss Lin really is perfect. She's so capable and elegant. No wonder she's so popular around Mirroria. Oh, she has just sent us the details for tonight's arrangement. Let's take a look, Executor. There's a lot to learn about Vera Plain. So tonight, Miss Lin will give us a detailed introduction. I think she may even share a few of her own stories.
Exploration of Vera Desert and Mirroria is essential.
Oh, Miss Lin will be introducing a few friends to us too. I hear they're powerful allies.
Right. Vera Plain is frequently subject to attacks from gray space entities. Unfortunately, even Mirroria cannot escape this fate. Battles break out from time to time, so we must be careful.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Mirroria's music industry is thriving. Want to find out how these pieces of music were made? Let's explore together.
Finally, the rewards we've all been looking forward to. All will be revealed soon.
I can't wait to get started. Let's link up with Miss Lin and begin today's adventure.
Hello, I'm Lynn, Mirroria's special consultant. On behalf of Mirroria, I welcome all travelers from afar. I heard there are mountains, seas, glaciers, and snowfields in your world. That must be quite a sight. Those of us born in Mirroria have only ever seen the tireless neon and endless desert. We thought we had a chance to make a change, but the arrival of the abyssants squashed that hope. Shirley said she lost her brother Zeke in the space-time turbulence, which may have sent him to Vera. However, there are no signs of him anywhere in Vera's entry and exit records. It would really be bad news if he was held in the abyssal field. I trust you have heard that the greatest threat to our survival in Vera Plane is the gray space entities. The abyssants are powerful gray space entities, and the full extent of their field abilities is still a mystery to us. That's why I wish to invite you to join us in order to accelerate our research into the abyssant. Maybe we'll be able to find clues to Zeke's whereabouts. Of course, it's only your first time here. You'll need to gain an understanding of Vera before helping us with research into the abyssants. Whether it's Vera's barren desert or Mirroria's steel and neon lights, you'll have to experience them for yourself to truly understand. So, Executor, are you ready to begin today's journey? Let's get to it then. Unlike the diverse landscapes of Asperia, only an endless desert, scarce in water and vegetation, awaits in the Vera Desert, where Mirroria sits. Where there is wind, a sandstorm will certainly follow, disorienting all who are caught in it. If you encounter such weather, you should consider seeking shelter until the storm passes. Due to the long-term effects of the weather here, rock pillars are a common part of the landscape in Vera Desert. I should remind you that due to the unique structure of the rock pillars, narrow at the bottom and wide at the top, you should tread carefully if forced to climb them. Even when the weather is clear, the desert isn't as peaceful as it may seem. Quicksand lurks throughout the desert and will devour everything that crosses it. Always watch your step. Of course, the desert isn't completely devoid of beauty. Even I was surprised when I first laid eyes on Oasis. It's like gazing at beautiful, sparkling emeralds scattered throughout the desert. You should always keep an eye out for enemies while exploring Vera Desert, though. Common enemies like red flame lizards, horror beasts, and sandworms shouldn't be a problem for someone of your strength. But if you do come across world bosses like Magma and Rudolph, I suggest you avoid approaching them without backup. Magma is a killing machine created by malicious forces in Mirroria before the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm wiped out its evil owners, so it has been wandering Vera on its own for decades. Magma is a huge and intimidating creature that looks like a crocodile, with hardened scales all over its body. Its skill in controlling wind and sand grants it the ability to create a wall and trap its enemies in battle, while simultaneously acting as a shield that protects it from external attacks. The Mirroria's Department of Science and Technology bioengineered Rudolph to unravel the mystery of gray space entities. It's a fusion of a gray space entity with native Veran creatures, which the Department of Science and Technology named Rudolph, Test Subject 6. Rudolph is an agile metal moose-like creature that often rams and tramples its enemies. Rudolph is also skilled in the art of creating lightning, so don't even think of trying to escape once it has spotted you. Ranged attacks may give you an advantage in battle against Rudolph. Despite the harsh environment, Mirroria stands tall and proud above Vera Desert. The prosperity Mirroria enjoys today is all thanks to all the inhabitants who came before us. Mirroria began as a mere shelter in the aftermath of the Cataclysm. It was the hard work of countless scientists and laborers that made Mirroria the great city you see before you. Let's start with your home here in Mirroria, Mirafleur Hall. It's a pleasant, Oriental-style hotel situated in the busiest part of the business district. Don't worry. I've made long-term occupancy arrangements for you. Right next to Miraflor Hall is Oasis Club, probably the most popular place for entertainment and relaxation in Mirroria. I hear my colleagues in the security force are fond of coming here after work. If you'd like to have a drink, you should look for the bartender here, Gay. They say he makes a popular drink called Nightingale Heart. Another place to consider visiting in your spare time is the archives in the Asset Management Center. It contains tons of information, including the history of Vera, its technological developments, ecologies, and geological environments. It's really useful if you're trying to get to know Vera quickly. Oh, right, and entry is free. Mirroria's transport network is highly advanced, and you can get anywhere by cruiser or subway. The subway is a very popular site you should consider visiting. Traveling between subway stations has become one of the most exciting bucket list items for tourists. In short, Mirroria is a city that never sleeps. The light pollution is quite serious here, and the music rarely stops till dawn. But I am used to all the noise now. In Mirroria lives my brothers and sisters in arms, as well as the people who I want to protect. So, I really hope you can grow to like Mirroria as much as I do, and adapt to living here in Vera. So, that's it for your introduction to Vera. I apologize in advance, but I won't be able to stay for the next part of this trip. Archon Larson has called for an emergency meeting due to recent gray space entity attacks around Silver Coast Lab in the north of Vera Desert. I've asked Ruby to replace me as your guide instead. She agreed right away, but I'm still a little worried. It's her first time accepting such responsibility, so I hope you'll forgive her for any mistakes she may make. Anyway, I must be off. Farewell.
Thanks to Miss Lin for taking the time out of her busy schedule to show us what a unique place Vera is.
Yeah, it really is special. Being able to build a safe haven like Mirroria on this barren land is quite an achievement by itself. If it weren't for the abyssants, I truly believe Mirroria could be a paradise.
I like it here at Mirroria. I like its neon lights. We will help Vera defeat the abyssants and find Zeke.
Nicely put. By the way, Miss Lin just sent word that she has asked Ruby to take her place as our guide.
Did Shirley say Ruby? I like Ruby too. Let's welcome her. Not here. Not here either. You're gonna lose again. Hi, I'm Ruby. This is Dolly. Oh, this is Spark. They're my best friends. Shh. Wanna know a secret? But don't tell anyone. This is my secret base. Wanna play with me? Hi, Executor, Mia, Shirley. I am Ruby. Lynn needs to handle some important things, so I'll be your guide now. I'm just worried, since I get lost a lot. But I will do my best and try not to disappoint Lynn. First, I want to show you my secret base. It's right here. I love playing hide-and-seek with Dolly and Spark here. If you can't find me anywhere, you'll probably find me here. But I've only told you and Lynn about this place. Not even Saki Fuwa knows about it. Right! I don't think you've met Saki Fuwa yet. Don't worry, I will introduce you. Saki Fuwa is the head of the Mirroria security force. Lynn always says that Saki is a great warrior who has learned the ancient way of the sword. She's always dressed in kendo robes and uses twin swords. No one in the security force can beat Saki. But just between you and me, I still think Lynn is the best. Don't tell Saki I said that, or she's gonna have my head. Oh, but Saki has a secret that only a few know. And I can tell you it. Saki loves to buy toys. But she always says that they are works of art or souvenirs. I don't know, but I do know where the best places to eat in Mirroria are. Strawberry donuts, chocolate cakes, vanilla milkshakes, mushroom noodles. Oh, my mouth is watering already. I brought my allowance with me today, so we can go check them out later. Besides a variety of good food, there's lots of fun to be had in Mirroria. My favorite are the gachapon machines all over Mirroria, but I don't get much of an allowance. I have to save my Mira for so long just for a single play. By the way, Mira is the currency here in Mirroria, and you can get some by doing things such as completing missions, exploring Vera, and opening chests. Take good care of your Mira. It's essential for living in Mirroria. Don't be careless like some people who drop them everywhere. I have picked up so much Mira from bushes, under tables, in ponds. Oh, I almost forgot. Lynn says that helping others is a good virtue. If you meet anyone who needs help, don't be afraid to lend a hand. You may even be surprised by what you get in return. What's next again? Let me think. Oh, let me introduce two powerful enemies. Lynn calls them instance bosses. You'll get heaps of rewards if you defeat them. Let's start with the endgame instance and the puppet singer. They say this boss was once a singer droid here in Mirroria. One day, a gray space entity invaded the droid, and then it lost control and became extremely scary. The puppet singer can unleash wind blades and launch dash attacks, so be careful when you go up against it. The rewards for defeating it are well worth the challenge. It's very likely to drop high-quality equipment with Volt or physical stats. The other boss you'll face is the Abyssant Weaver in the Sadness Valley instance. It's a gray space entity and a big baddie. It's really difficult to defeat. The Abyssant Weaver will summon doppelgangers in battles to supply itself with energy. You must prioritize eliminating its doppelgangers first, because the Abyssant Weaver is invincible while they exist. If you manage to defeat it, you're likely to be rewarded with high-quality equipment with flame or frost stats. I'm a wielder of flame power, by the way. You can bring your friends to fight these monsters together, just in case you need help. I can help too. There's a horrific place in Vera, and that's Gray Space. It's filled with abyssants. But Lynn also said it's filled with treasures, like the gold nucleus, potent omnium crystals, energy crystal dust, Mira, and much more. Treasure hunters flock to this Gray Space for these treasures. What? You want to go too, Executor? Well, it's not that easy to get in. You need to reach level 74 and have a Vera exploration progress of at least 40%. As for how to enter the Gray Space, let me think. There are random Gray Space fissures that appear around Vera Desert. That's your way in. Or you can use Gray Space scriptures to enter from anywhere in Vera. You're likely going to find some Gray Space scriptures when exploring Mirroria. But I can't stress this enough. The abyssants inside the Gray Space are really, really terrifying. There's the Abyssant Devourer, the Puppet Singer, and the Abyssant Weaver. The mere thought of them sends a chill down my spine. Just promise me you won't go in alone. If you believe you're as good as Lynn, you can attempt the 8-player co-op raid. In addition to the normal challenges from before, a hard mode has now been added to the raid. You will get space-time crystal fragments once you complete the challenge, and they can be used to exchange for a new combat engine. I almost forgot. There is a new instance in the raid called Battle Test Area. The final boss, Rudolph, has been introduced to you before, and he's even more terrifying here. So keep that in mind. Don't let your guard down, Executor. Whew. That's all for the serious stuff. It took me a long time to memorize it all. I hope I didn't miss out on anything. Oh, right, I almost forgot. There's a secret mission related to me and Mirroria that requires you to find. I promise it'll be worth your time. Now, I want to tell you about Vera's music. I always find Vera's music to be the best. I'm sure you will think so too, Executor. But I have to ask, do you know how these moving pieces of music are produced? Huh? You don't? That's okay. Watch the video and you'll find out. Well, aren't the musicians in Vera just incredible? You gotta listen to this song, Executor. It's my favorite. Here, let me play it for you.
I'd say I've seen it all. I'm born in the darkest hour. I've got a scar-shaped flower tattooed on my shoulder. Reminds me of the beauty that exists no longer. Don't let your weakness show. My brother told me so. They smell a miles away, so I left my fears at the doors. I step into the new world. Let my blood die, the river red won't even shiver when you come for me. I don't need a savior, I need a fighter. We will fight with dignity. I see fire burning in your eyes, that's how I know that you'll be here for me. It's for the brave ones and all the lost ones, come with me. A new world's waiting.
See? Isn't it amazing? You can hear this every single day as long as you live in Mirroria. Of course, there are other perks of living in Mirroria too. Here's one. You will get milestone rewards as well as many event rewards from Side by Side. Star Path navigation and login supplies just by registering. Besides the rewards, there are tons of new expansion events for everyone to participate in, like Mirroria Tour, Ultimate Weapon, and Childlike Innocence. Joining the events will get you Red Nucleus and many other rewards. I'm going to invite everybody to come with me now. Let's give a big thank you to Ruby and Miss Lynn for giving us a great tour of Vera. It was awesome. You're very welcome. I've had a great time with you, Mia, Shirley, and Executor. Make yourself at home in Vera and come visit me when you can. I will be waiting at the secret base.